Good afternoon, everyone. Hope everybody's doing well. This is Bert with GreensThings. We're going to be making homemade donuts. Now, one thing that's going to be different with this video, we're going to be using something called lard. It's a type of grease, and to discover how much we're going to need, I actually have to melt. We're going to use just enough lard so that the basket of this is going to be submerged in the melted lard. So we're not going to be using the whole complete container. I'll give you an approximation of how much is going to be used. It'll be in the description of the video. So let's get into it. We're going to melt up enough here for this, then we're going to get the ingredients together. Let's go. So our measurements for this recipe here are going to be in the form of cups and teaspoons and tablespoons and whatnot. This is a long lasting family recipe that probably goes back about 40 to 50 years at least. I grew up on these donuts as well as my sister and other family members. All right, let's get into it. Start by mixing up. You're going to sift all of your dry ingredients. We're going to be sifting our flour. We're going to be sifting our baking powder, all of our dry, cinnamon, nutmeg, salt. Your sugar is going to be mixed up separately, so hold off on the sugar part. Like I stated before, once you get all your dry ingredients, with exception of your sugar, you're going to use a tiny whisk. Let's go ahead and whisk it together, always using a tiny whisk. Directly following this, after it's well combined, you're going to use a sifter and you're going to sift it together, and then after that set it aside and we'll get on with the sugar mixture. There are several different types of sifters. This one I'm using, it just happens to have a nice wheel that you can spin around and around, and it sifts everything well into the bowl. Another thing I do want to make sure to mention, after you're done sifting, make sure you're scraping around the inside of your bowl with the dry ingredients and also the inside of your screen or sifter. Make sure you're getting all of those ingredients that are left behind, because it does play a part in the measurements of your mixture so that your recipe can be on point. One other thing I do wanted to point out, incidentally, I got enough oil to submerge the donuts when I get ready to cook them. I do want to point out one thing. This 4-pound tub of lard, incidentally, I did use nearly all of it. There are some other considerations which I will mention as far as some of this. A few tablespoons of this you'll see in the description of the measurements and the ingredients for the recipe. At least 4 tablespoons of this, I believe, are in the ingredients that you're going to be combining, mixing up with the sugar. Okay, back again. Here we go, and we got the sugar in here, and we're going to turn on our mixer, and then we're going to add our 4 tablespoons of barely melted lard. Here we go. All right, we're going to let that mix up, and then we're going to be we're going to be adding our eggs to the mixture, and after that, then we'll slowly add in our dry ingredients. Okay, back at it again. One at a time, you're going to be adding in the eggs that are room temperature. One at a time until they're incorporated. Okay, we got the eggs. Now we're going to go ahead and add a cup of milk. Let that mix together for a second. When you're adding in your flour, you want to add it in about a half a cup at a time. Make sure you stop to scrape down the sides of the mixing bowl as well. All right, so there's our dough. It needs to remain a little bit sticky. We're going to turn it out onto the slightly floured surface, and then we're going to mix it a little bit, and then the flour will incorporate into it a little bit more. Okay, there's our dough. Got it rolled out to about 1/4 of an inch thick. I'm about to heat up this grease to 375, and I'll show you how we're going to cut these out. So there's the outside, and there's the inside. Voila! All right, so got everything cut out, and now we're just waiting for the oil. It's got about 30 degrees left, according to my timer right here. And then we're gonna start cooking. All right, stay tuned. Okay, everybody, there it is. Here is the final product. You've got your donuts and you've got the donut holes. Fried to perfection, 375 degrees. Make sure you don't burn them. Ingredients and instructions will be in the description as always. Thanks very much for watching and coming to view the channel today. I certainly appreciate it, as always. And remember, you heard it here first on GreensThings. My name is Bert. Have a great day.